So guys, if you look at the post up there, Julius Malema said he was referring to Elon Musk. He said, I really think you have lost your left brain. A typical spoiled brat. Of course, he called Elon Musk a spoiled brat and direct beneficiary of apartheid whiteness. I know black people look the same to you, typical racist. In this case, he's calling Trump a racist. And of course, he said, look closer and you will realize those are two different people. America is exposed not to his stupidity. And he said, I don't care about your sanctions. I will stop fighting for he said I will never stop fighting for black people to be equal to white people, and if that makes me an international criminal, I'm proud to be one. Now this is the EFF leader, that is the economic freedom fighter of the people of what Republic of South Africa, in the person of what Julius Malema, of course, vociferously, voicing out the racial segregation and injustice system and the white supremacy in South Africa. And of course, he made a comment. Of course, I will show you the video any moment from now. I called for a criminal sanction. Elon Musk demanded for a criminal sanction against Julius Malema. And of course, why was there a criminal? Why did Elon Musk call for a criminal sanction? And of course, Julius Malema made a statement. He says, South African political leader, because he said, we will cut the throat of white supremacy. Do you understand me? So Julius Malema made that statement, the one that I read not quite long, the one you saw on your screen not quite long. Why? Because Elon Musk called for an international criminalization of Julius Malema. And of course, look at the statement that brought such thing. Look at what Julius Malema said. He was referring to the white. He said, these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel terrible pain because you have touched a white man. We are cutting the throat of whiteness. We will kill white women, children, and their pet. This was the statement that Elon Musk responded. Elon Musk responded by saying that immediate sanctions for Malema and declaration of him as an international criminal. But before we proceed, watch the video above.
You cannot turn tables now and want to blame me for the crimes committed by white people. It is a white regime that killed children in 1976. It is the white regime that killed children in the 80s and in the early 90s. It is white people who engaged in the wars of dispossession and forcefully took our land and our cows. Why can't you take responsibility? Why can't you for once just say sorry for the crimes we've committed against you? Why do you want to become victims when we are the biggest victims here? When we have lost everything? When we as black people remain a traumatized nation? A nation that doesn't know what the future holds for them. At least you are guaranteed the future. At least you know if it doesn't work for you here, you can go somewhere else. We've got nowhere to go. And then you come here and want to accuse me, a victim of racism, of being a racist. It's a huge insult, not only to me, but to
So I believe you have watched that video. Of course, this is a man that has been vociferously amplifying the effects of racial segregation and apartheid consequence in South Africa. And of course, he is trying to say that as far as South Africa is concerned, anything that has to do with white exertion of the audacious power towards South Africa, that he is not gonna accept it. And of course, you see, I love South Africans so much. When it comes to maintaining the dignity and what South Africa stands for, they always vociferous. They are not coward. You can't cow South Africa. They always audacious. They always have that temerity to defend their country supremacy and sovereignty as far as foreign policy is concerned, because Elon Musk and Donald Trump think because they are white that they are going to bully South Africans. Of course, South Africans have come out to say they are resisting him, that they are resisting any threat, any sanction, you understand me, that is being exerted on them by any white. That South Africa belongs to South Africans and not to any white body. So guys, if you watch this video to this extent, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, and what God bless.